Narangon City mayoral poll campaign hits up, Taimur complaints of harassment. Restaurant owners protest government decision on showing vaccination proof to dine. Bangladesh and India decided to stop use of lethal arms at border, says Home Minister. Assalamu alaikum, this is Chaudhry Sama welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just heard the headlines, now let's move on to the details. The campaign in Narangon city mayoral elections has gradually been heated up with allegations and counter-allegations from the candidates. During today's electioneering at Missionpara, Chashara and Kanpur areas, Awami League mayoral candidate Selina Hayat Ivy has said she is not manipulating the election field, claiming that a level playing field is still prevailing in the campaign. But her main rival independent mayoral candidate Taimur Alam Khondokar has said the Election Commission and law enforcement agencies are favouring the ruling party candidate and working against him.
প্রথমে বলি আমি কোথাও প্রভাব বিস্তার করি না, আমার এই অভ্যাসই নাই। নারায়ণগঞ্জের মানুষ আমাকে দীর্ঘ 18 বছর যাবত দেখছে, আমি যা বলি প্রকাশ্যেই বলি। মুখ্য বিষয় হলো আমার দল আমাকে নমিনেশন দিয়েছে, নারায়ণগঞ্জের মানুষ বরাবরই আমাকে সাপোর্ট দিয়ে এসেছে। ইনশাআল্লাহ নির্বাচন পর্যন্ত আমার সাথে থাকবে, পরেও তারা আমার সাথেই থাকবে। লেভেল প্লেইং ফিল্ড এখনো সঠিক আছে, উনিও প্রচার চালাচ্ছে, আমিও চালাচ্ছি।
Taimur Alam Khondokar, whom the BNP removed from its advisory council for contesting the Narangon city polls, has urged the Premier to step in and save his supporters from harassment. People in plain clothes have raided the houses of his aides and arrested some of his supporters, he alleged at a news briefing today.
নানক সাহেব যখন বললেন যে তৈমুর ঘুঘু দেখেছে তা ঘুঘুর ফাঁদ দেখে নাই, 24 ঘন্টা আলটিমেটামে যে ঘুঘু দেখানোর কথা বলা হয়েছে 24 ঘন্টা পার না হতেই আমি ঘুঘু এবং ঘুঘুর ফাঁদ দেখা শুরু করেছি।
Bangladesh restaurant owners have protested the government decision on showing vaccination proof to dine at restaurants and rent hotels. Yesterday, the Cabinet Division announced a set of restrictions to curb the spread of COVID and its Omicron variant effective from 13 January. The restrictions include limiting passengers in public transports, banning all kinds of social, political and religious gatherings in open places, and mandatory wearing of face masks.
টিকা সনদ দেখিয়ে রেস্তোরাঁ খেতে এন্ট্রি দেওয়া এবং তা না করলে মালিকদের জেল জরিমানার বিষয়টা আছে, সেটার ব্যাপারে আমরা বাংলাদেশ রেস্তোরাঁ মালিক সমিতি তীব্র আপত্তি জানাচ্ছি। আমরা সরকারের কাছে আহ্বান জানাবো বাস্তবসম্মত সিদ্ধান্ত যাতে আমাদেরকে দেয়, আমরা যাতে করোনার 2 বছরের ক্ষতি পুষিয়ে আমাদের ব্যবসা পরিচালনা করতে পারি। বর্তমানে যে পরিস্থিতি, সেই পরিস্থিতিতে যদি সরকার এই সিদ্ধান্ত চাপিয়ে দেয় তাহলে আমাদের পথে বসা ছাড়ার কোনো বিকল্প পথ থাকবে না।
COVID hospitalizations in the United States reached a record high as a surge in infection caused by the highly contagious Omicron variant strains health systems in several states. There were 132,000 people hospitalized with COVID, surpassing the previous record set in January last year. Hospitalizations have increased steadily since late December, doubling in the last 3 weeks as Omicron quickly overtook Delta as the dominant version of the virus in the US. Meanwhile, Pfizer Chief Executive Albert Bourla said a redesigned COVID vaccine that specifically targets the Omicron coronavirus variant is likely needed, and his company could have one ready to launch by March. BNP aired a doubt whether the government imposed fresh restrictions, including on public gatherings, to stop the party's rallies and meetings. People are questioning whether the restrictions have been imposed only to prevent BNP's rallies, because people have awakened against the government, said BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi. Speaking at a press conference at BNP's Noapoldon Central Office, he also said the government has become scared as people have started joining their party's rallies, breaking restrictions. Rizvi also said their party's planned rallies will continue amid the government's restrictions.
শুধুমাত্র বিএনপির সভা সমাবেশ ঠেকাতেই এই বিধিনিষেধ কিনা তা নিয়ে জনগণের প্রশ্ন রয়েছে। কারণ সরকারের বিরুদ্ধে মানুষ জেগে উঠেছে এবং ১৪৪ ধারা ভেঙে সভা সমাবেশ যোগ দিতে শুরু করেছে মানুষ। এতেই আতঙ্কিত সরকার। যতই চক্রান্তের জাল ফেলা হোক না কেন, এই অবৈধ সরকারের পতন ঠেকানো যাবে না। মামলা দিয়ে, সাজা দিয়ে, বিধিনিষেধ দিয়ে চক্রান্ত করে জনগণকে আর দাবিয়ে রাখা যাবে না। আমাদের যে কর্মসূচি ইতিমধ্যে ঘোষিত হয়েছে, সেই কর্মসূচি এখনো চলমান আছে, এটা চলমান থাকবে।
Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan has said a Home Minister level meeting between Bangladesh and India has decided to stop the use of lethal arms at a border shared by the two countries. People living on either side of the border share good relations, and sometimes a few may cross it casually, which leads to some unexpected events, he said today at an event in Kurigram. Despite the decision to stop the use of lethal arms, such incidents occur from time to time, he said, adding that everyone concerned is sincere about preventing them from happening.
আমাদের সিদ্ধান্তটা এইরকম যে সীমান্ত হত্যা হবে না। আমরা দুই পক্ষই এই সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছি যে আমরা কোনো লেথাল আর্মস এখানে ইউজ করব না। তারপরেও ঘটনা ঘটে যায়, সেই ঘটনাগুলো যখনই ঘটে তখন দুই পক্ষ আবার বসে এটাকে আবার নিজেদের মধ্যে তদন্ত করে নিজেদের মধ্যে কেন ঘটনা ঘটলো সেইগুলি ঘটনা করতে আবার একটা পরিবেশ, আবার একটা সমঝোতায় আসে।
The border guard Bangladesh has seized crystal meth with a street value of more than Taka 10 crore hidden in roadside bushes in Cox's Bazar. The BGB said around 2.64 kgs of the drug was found during a raid at Texaf Noakhali-Para early morning. The drugs were found after searching the roadside bushes along Marine Drive. No arrests have been made over the haul. Now, international news. United Nations announced the launch of a $5 billion funding appeal for Afghanistan, which it hopes will help prevent the collapse of basic services in the country. The UN has said that since the Taliban takeover last year, around 22 million have been left in need of assistance inside the country, with a further 5.7 million requiring aid outside its borders. The organization has described the appeal as the largest ever for a single country for humanitarian assistance. Announcing the appeal in Geneva, the UN's Emergency Relief Coordinator, Martin Griffiths, said that $4.4 billion was needed for the response plan in order to pay essential workers. Singer Lata Mangeshkar has been hospitalized after she tested COVID positive. She's in the ICU of the Bridge Candy Hospital in Mumbai. Her niece Rachana Shah confirmed the news and said that she has mild symptoms. Now, sports cricket. Despite a valiant effort from Liton Das, Bangladesh were unable to stave off a thorough thrashing at the hands of World Test champions New Zealand in Christchurch, losing by an innings and 117 runs. Though the Tigers' batting improved from the shambles of the first innings, led by Liton's 102 and contributions from captain Mominul Haq 37 and Nurul Hassan 36, they were unable to cope with the Kiwi bowling attack led by Kylie Jamison's 4 for 82 and Wagner's 3 for 77 today. The defeat ends the Test series tied at 1-1, a disappointing result for the Tigers after their massive upset victory in the first Test at Mount Maunganui. Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. Nangan City Mayoral Poll Campaign hits up Taimur complaints of harassment. Restaurant owners protest government decision on showing vaccination proof to dine. Bangladesh and India decided to stop use of lethal arms at border, says Home Minister. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondha Khabur, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.